Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
In this sacred manual of power manifestation, which serves as a scriptural authority containing the Shastra Pramanas, eternal unchangeable truths, Apta Pramanas, Atma Pramanas, Sakshi Pramanas, and Prataksha Pramanas, we present to you the various powers of Paramashiva. By this, we place before humanity the supreme authenticity of the power manifestation science established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashiva has systematically revealed these powers in their purest forms as various techniques and revelations to experience pure oneness with Paramashiva. As a direct experience of oneness with Paramashiva, his Shaktis powerfully manifest in an initiated being at different levels of human consciousness, physicality, physiology, psychology, and neurology permanently. We offer these power manifestation manuals to celebrate your experience of oneness with the Supreme Paramashiva. Nityanandam.
Nityanandam, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has is 5 phase, Ishana Murti has is 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, and Nityananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas, are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nityananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashiva, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashiva, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measured, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Powerful cognition from Bhagavan Satsang.
Completions, not letting you live you, is fear. The first layer of incompletions is fear. Please listen. Fear. If I had to define fear, the self-fulfilling negative prophecy you have about your own life. Self-fulfilling negative prophecy you have about your life. If you believe in astrology, some astrologers written or told you that you are going to have accident in next 6 months, you will make it sure you have accident. Not believing in astrology is one of the biggest freedom you can experience. I tell you, even though astrology is a science, it's a great science, no doubt, but in the modern day, nobody knows the original science. Nobody knows the original science. It has lost its purpose. And in the name of astrology, the beliefs and incompletions you plant within you, astrology is the best example. That's why I chose that. How many of you have belief in this astrology and go on reading every day or listening to TV channel? Raise your hand. Only one, come on. The survey says 90% of the Indians believe. That is why there is no channel where there is astrological readings are not there. Fear is self-fulfilling negative prophecy. Please listen. Nothing hurts you in your life than fear. Nothing hurts you in your life than fear. Listen. I'll repeat. Nothing hurts you in your life than fear. Fear. even if you have some blind technique to break the fear, I tell you, follow it. Now people have really some blind techniques. Just they will chant some stotra, some God's names, or some mantra, or even sometimes cinema song. Now people have their own ways in the night time to walk alone, as if that cinema song will drive away all the ghosts and drive away all the negativity. People have their own, but I tell you, even if it is a crude, raw, blind techniques, anything which can break your fear, even divert your fear. I am not even saying breaking, even if it can divert you from your fear, please use it, because nothing can damage you more than fear. I am making one more statement. Listen, very important statement. There is nothing you can learn from your fear. Please listen. You always have a justification. Oh, only if I have fear, I will think and take proper decisions. No. It's complete crap. It is stupidity. Fear cannot give you the intelligence or the capacity to reason to take right decision. So just do not carry any justification to keep your fear alive. Please listen. How many of you have some justifications to keep your fear alive? Raise your hand. All justification is crap. Understand. Make this as a clear understanding within you today. Fear does not help you or awaken your right intelligence to take decision. Out of fear, you never made right decisions. If you believe the fear will help you to take right decisions, it helps you to make right choices, it gives you discriminatory power, it gives you understanding, you are wrong. It is equivalent to blood washing the blood. If you believe blood can wash the blood, you are fool. Same way, if you believe fear can give you the intelligence, knowledge to make the right decision and right time, that can be of some support, some help, forget about it. It is completely wrong. Understand, in no way, any fear can be useful for you. I just want to give you a few minutes for you to look into your fears, because you have layers and layers of fears. Dig out your fears. Then I will help you and lead you into process of completing that fear. Ultimately, whatever you are not able to complete, I will directly intervene and see to it it is completed through Shivoham process.
So strongly, Bhagavan gives about the fear, how we cannot do anything with the fear. We just have to start understanding the fear is of no use to us in making decision. Now let's get into the Shastra Pramana.
स्वदेहे जगतो वापि सूक्ष्म सूक्ष्मतराणि च तत्त्वानि यानि निलयं ध्यात्वान्ते व्यज्यते परा.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra Sutra 54, Dharana 31. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principle of your whole body or the whole universe simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source course, Sadashiva. By the experience of such a restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme manifestation, power manifestation, happen. Bhagavan talks about the fear here, how fear is, we can come over fear or distract from fear, and fear is one of the very big cause of how we are hurt. And he says how the fear hurts us tremendously. And here he beautifully tells us how he removes the fear by the sound. And Bhagavan beautifully says every time the fear is one of the root pattern how we exist. Most of the decision we do it on the fear or greed, creating more confusion and more chaos. When in completion, the whole projection of our solution will be only expanding. But in fear, we will try to shrink it because we miss some authenticity to the whole thing or responsibility to the whole thing. Whenever we take the integrity, authenticity, responsibility, simply the fear reduces and disappears, because we are also very clear about ourselves and what we do, and the whole thing also is so much possible for us that the responsibility in us will manifest as Shakti. Most of the time, the unknown fear is based on the irresponsible and the casual attitude in us, not taking the responsibility for things, and then finally we don't know what to do. With such a beautiful, powerful cognition, let's go to Apta Pramadis. At the end of Kurukshetra war, Ashwatthama kills all the 5 sons of Pandava, mistakenly them as Pandavas. He was shocked that Pandavas are alive and come to know that Abhimanyu's wife is pregnant. He orders Brahmastra to destroy Abhimanyu's child in the womb. The Pandava and Krishna come to know of this, that the child has been attacked by Brahmastra. The Brahmastra attacks the child and kills it in the womb, but Krishna, knowing this, revives the child in the womb, giving the darshan using all his punya. The source is Ashika Parva 79th Upaparva. So the whole episode, how the Ashwatthama was so irresponsible, Drona's son, who was so upset with all the killing that happened, and he wanted to kill the child in the womb, Abhimanyu's child in the womb, but Krishna gave beautifully darshan inside the womb and saved the child. Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana is the Leelas of Bhagavan and powerful cognitions from his life. Oneness gives extraordinary power to heal. The kind of faith about his own body and mind and consciousness my grandfather used to have. My grandmother's mother, I have seen her. Just Vibhuti, the sacred ash from the temple, was the medicine for her till death. My grandfather died after 90s. In whole life, he got hospital only twice. Such a hardworking man, the kind of faith he had about his body, the kind of, it is like mechanism. It is actually a mechanism. What you cognize about your body, your mind, it is a mechanism. Whatever you cognize becomes your reality. And I have seen the faith he had about himself. I am so thankful to him because he took care of that the idea of sickness never settled inside my system. By seeing him living around him, health becomes a basic cognition.
I'm getting tired. Physiological reason. Oh, I'll have gas. If I don't eat, I'll have acidity or diabetes. Psychological reason. Oh, if I don't eat, I'll die. Physiological, psychological. Due to any one of these reasons, having a sterned time for eating is eating disorder. The right eating is beautifully described by a great saint from Tamil Nadu, the Valluvanayanar. Beautifully is described. மருந்தென வேண்டாவாம் யாக்கைக்கு அருந்தியது அற்றது போற்றி உனின் means you don't need medicine for your body if you eat the food knowing that earlier what you have eaten has left the body. If you eat after the earlier eaten food left the body, you don't need medicine forever to your body. Before the next meal, be very clear as it left the body. My earlier meal has been digested and cleaned. So every time before you plan for eating, just see whether what you have eaten earlier has left your body. It has become part of you as energy. Whatever energy needs to be absorbed, whatever remaining has left your body. If it is not, use jalabasti, get it out, then go for the next meal. I think this is one of the important discovery I found from my own experience. This is what I will describe as orderly eating. So for all my disciples who want to eat properly, orderly eating, I will prescribe this as one of the important rule. Whether you are a Balasant, Sant or Kotari, Tanedar, follower, disciple, whoever wants to follow me, please take this up as a rule. After every meal, if you take little Haritaki powder, very little, before the next meal, clean your stomach, clean your bowels. If you are not able to, then have at least enema jalabasti, then go for the next meal. So do not allow two meals to be acquired in your stomach. மருந்தென வேண்டாவாம் யாக்கைக்கு அருந்தியது அற்றது போற்றி உனின். Understand? Every time you break a pattern, you get extraordinary powers. In this case, about this eating disorder pattern, If you break your eating disorder pattern, not only you will be free from that pattern, you will have powers to manipulate your body and mind as you want. If you have done at least one Samyama, then you will know how you can manipulate your body. You can just play with it.
Beautiful. Let's go to the Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramanas are the initiated disciple devotees all around the world manifesting the powers and experiencing that oneness with Paramashiva. Here we have a devotee and Balasan scanning them.
Which is reflected if you see, the highest way of fluctuation that happens is today is the blood pressure and the stress level in our bodies, which is reflected as a huge problem of health in our lives. Today I have Ma Shwetal, one of the Adikalayavasi who has joined with us, to whom we are going to see on how with the ability, with the power of third eye, we can decide the ups and downs of our blood pressure or now I will be using my third eye to alter her blood pressure to the exact optimum level that is required by her body and to get that stability in the body. You ready for it?
Yes, ma'am.
Initial reading that showed was 85 by 35 and her pulse was 63, and now her blood pressure readings are 110 by 75 and her pulse is again remaining in 63.
Beautiful. The Balasans exactly changed her blood pressure.
Prataksha Pramana. Scientific studies, what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. Healing visible on brain activity. On April of 2005, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam met with Dr. William Collins, a leading researcher and neurofeedback specialist in St. Louis, USA. He requested to study the brain activity of Swamiji along with that of a patient at the time he was healing the latter. The patient was injured in a car accident 10 years earlier and consequently suffered from affected nerves. "The world is not going to believe this," exclaimed Dr. Collins at seeing the outstanding observations recorded. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 1, an introduction, page 60 and 61, paragraph title, During Healing. Now, we will watch a video presenting the scientific research and discovered phenomena on Swamiji during the healing meditation and enlightenment.
Like most enlightened masters, one of the unique gifts that Nithyananda has to offer to humanity is healing, called as Nitya spiritual healing. Nitya spiritual healing has been baffling the medical world, healing people from migraine to cancer. He has personally touched and healed thousands of people all over the world. Nithyananda participates and encourages scientific researchers to derive evidences for meditation and healing through meditation. Research has been done on the brainwave patterns, heart rate variability, and skin conductance level tests when Nithyananda was healing. The heart rate variability analysis is a useful tool to explore energetic transactions between two subjects. As shown in the graph, shifts in the power spectra signal were recorded in the receiving volunteer during healing by Swamiji, and also when Swamiji was sending healing energy into the room, not specifically directed to any subject. The skin conductance level is a measure of skin conductance to electricity. Sensors were fitted to the fingertips of Swamiji, and during healing, sudden increase in skin conductance level was observed as Swamiji is running energy to deliver during healing. Both heart rate variability and skin conductance level showed that during healing there is increased level of sympathetic autonomic nervous system activity as the energy is focused for healing.
Set up for body scanning for long-term health issues or diseases. Camera with timestamp, Jnananjan, pencil and paper for your partner and yourself. Make the partner comfortable to sit down and explain the steps that you're going to be doing, how you're going to manifest through your third eye, and how it entangles them and heals them. And also tell them how, take their consent that you're going to share the videos with your family, friends, and others. And let's start setting up the camera. Download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the time is shown on the screen clearly and vividly. Make sure the camera is facing you and the partner, and make sure it is in the wide angle with a bright place and a quiet place. These recordings are very special. Do not miss to capture Shakti Avishkarana on your video. Guidelines: turn on the video camera, apply the Jnananjan in your third eye, bring your awareness on your third eye, ask the partner to write down all the long-term disease health issues they've been suffering from, pen down as seen through your third eye, and manifest, verify with the partner the long-term health issues, what is revealed through your third eye, if matches exactly you have manifested. If you are feeling some Kundalini energy or got some of them correct, you have started manifesting, please celebrate by sharing your videos with friends and families and others. You will start seeing that manifestation becomes more and more clear and in depth. Verify the video is authentic. Share your videos with your families and friends with the powerful cognition. Listen to others' experience of the manifestation. Guidelines for entanglement.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shakti Pada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shakti Pada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting, means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hence, sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, and the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of be unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers. They start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving. For all This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye. Again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone. Nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour Let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eye. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Verify no video editing is done on Shakti Avishkarna Power Manifestation video. Verify video is not stopped or started during the process. All the videos are verified with a timestamp and a wide angle. No clues or hints while manifestation. No Bluetooth or gadget during the manifestation. If you would like to use Aushadha Yantra, Kavi, Banyan leaf, mirror, or Paramashiva Shila, granite slab, please go ahead and use it. Apply the Jnana and see through your third eye using the spiritual products simply. You can get all the details. Authentically write down all the long-term health issues in the partner and match it exactly what is revealed. Do not tamper the data after you get get to know the list of issues they are concerns they are having. Do it very authentically. More and more, if you're authentic, more power manifestation happens. Thank you for participating in the power manifestation of body scanning for long-term diseases.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the power manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashiva Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham